And when I train personally in Red Team Go, and by the way, it's totally a different software than when I first used it. Over the 10 years, it's
We've
become
made
way,
some
way better.
changes.
Yeah. And so I usually get on a video and I watch it, and I actually have my other screen up with Red Team Go, and I get, muscle memory, click memory on the computer. So that's step one. Step two is, if you take the time, you can go into Red Team Go and you can make templates. And so I would suggest anyone to go in and create, the 5 templates of the things that you do most of the time, and have those line items out. You can also go in and add and actually save in quantities and cost quantities and all those things, which will make it even quicker. My own style, I always say there's like policy and process, and then there's style. And it's okay to have style. Everyone should have a little bit of style on how they do it, but you still have to follow the process and the policies. So I love to use a lot of nested assemblies within the Red Team Go budget thing, because for me, that allows me to really know and understand like what I'm telling the client. For example, get into doors and hardware. And I'm like, I've got 27 doors, interior doors, and then I've got these 4 exterior doors, and I've got this and that. And if I articulate it like that, I can do a budget pretty fast. In fact, we had a residential client of ours recently, and I got on with my team, and we weren't even planning on putting together the preliminary proposal. We were a little behind to get it to them, and we got on just to talk about it. And I was like, you know what? Let's just bust this out, guys. So we're on an online meeting. I went in and I duplicated. I said, what project? This is the key. What project have we already done that's closest to this project? And it was really simple. I was like, oh, this is just like the web residence. Great. Duplicate. We already have pretty much the same thing put together. We went through that project, actually had an elevator. The new project that we were proposing on had an elevator. So it was already all in there. The pricing was already in there, and it was pretty recent. So we went through, spent about 30 minutes, did some quick adjustments to that budget, and we sent it out to the client and said, hey, this isn't a perfect budget, but it's a ROM. It's going to be pretty close to this. And next thing you know, we were off to the races, and we accomplished that task very, very quickly. So the answer to that question is duplicate your projects that you've already done. Now, if you don't have any yet in there, that's a problem. But so then go do a bunch, and then you'll have ones to duplicate. And then the next thing that you need to do is to just get and nest the assemblies and break the project down into areas that you can understand, right? How many doors do we have?
Yep.
How many
And
square
then
feet's the roof?
and save those as defaults, right? You can build your libraries of nested assembly takeoffs so that when you do create a new project, either from using the template or duplicating, you've already got the nested assembly, and then it's just a matter of putting in the quantities. And then same thing with the templates. And you can create a proposal package template in administration too, which standardizes the way that your reports look. So
Yeah, and I love that. That's that final step is what's really fun, and I loved it about Red Team Go from the very beginning, is we take that and in about 30 seconds, right? You can go from I'm done with my budget to print, email the proposal package that looks very professional, right? It has the front page all labeled nicely with the client's name. And I always say with Red Team Go is you have to set it up right, and then it'll save you so much time. So, you're sitting there at the very beginning, like, I really have to put my client's address in right now. I don't want to do that right now. And you're like, just do it. So you do it. And then next thing you know, you go hit the proposal package, and bam, there's your client's name, their own personal address. And you do it once, and then life gets really, really enjoyable because everything happens really quickly.